Yeah, good evening, everyone. This is Sunday, the admin of the Admob Millennial Group on the WhatsApp platform. Now, what I want to do is to show you how to click on the advert. So many of you have been complaining of getting banned due to some certain rules you have violated. Due to some certain rules you have violated. And now I'm going to explain how to avoid getting banned. If we don't want to get banned, there are some certain rules you have to follow, which I've mentioned in the group earlier. But it also depends on how you click. So you have to know how to click. You don't just click. If you click anyhow, you can get banned. So kindly listen attentively, and I want you to observe very well. I want you to open your eye and watch the video and try to understand it. The video will teach you how to click on adverts in order not to get banned. Relax and watch. So the first thing you have to do every day when you want to click on your advert, the first thing you have to do is to on your mobile data. On your mobile data, but make sure your location is off. So the first thing I'm going to do now is to on my mobile data. So as you can see, my mobile data is on now. So after I have on my data, you can see that my location is off. My location is off. You can see that my location is off. Make sure your location is off. Then after on your data, the next thing is to go and on your VPN and connect to the country. So I have my app, I have my VPN here. NordVPN. I use NordVPN and HMA VPN. Now there are we have different countries that you can connect to. About five of them in number that we usually use for this Admob: United Kingdom, United States, Canada, Netherlands, Germany. So I'll repeat: United Kingdom, United States, Canada, Germany, Netherlands, France, Norway. These are the countries that we use for Admob. Always make sure you change your country per click. Don't use the same country to click. The first advert you click, you can use UK. The second one, you can use US, and so on and so forth. By the time all the countries are exhausted, then you can use those countries as random. Always use countries as random. Don't use one country to click all day. So now I want to connect to UK. As you can see, it's connecting. This is not a free VPN. Don't use a free VPN. Don't use a free VPN. Always use paid VPN. Always use paid VPN. So don't use a what? Don't use a free VPN. Always use a paid VPN. Now I've connected United Kingdom. You can see that there's a key on the top of my phone screen. Then I move now after you have connected now. After you have connected to the VPN, is United Kingdom I use first. Then I move to my app. So let me use this. So you move to your app, you open your app. So once you open your app, the first thing you have to do every day, and is once in a day, is to go to your CTR controller. This CTR controller is what we call automatic impression. It will allow your CTR to be low. When your CTR is low, then you will not be banned. When your CTR is too high, you may be earning too much, but you'll be banned at last. So the lower your CTR, the lower the rate of being banned, or the lower the percentage of being banned by Google. So always make sure you do your CTR controller first thing before you start the work. In this CTR controller, we are not clicking advert yet. We are to just to watch adverts, and that's the first thing we are going to do now. So I click on my CTR controller. In this CTR controller, I'm not going to click any advert. I'm to stay here 2 to 3 minutes. I'm to stay here 2 to 3 minutes. You can stay more, but I'm going to stay here 2 to 3 minutes. Then after that is when I am going to start the work. As you can see, the advert are popping. I will not click yet. All I will be doing is to be closing the adverts. I'll be closing them, but I will not close them immediately. When you are here, don't click on any advert. And when you are closing any advert here to view the next advert, make sure you don't click it, you don't close advert too quickly. Always wait a few minutes or few seconds before you close advert. Now I can close this now. As you can see, so by 7:17, as I can see the time now. Time is 7:15 here, so by 7:17 I'll be through with this CTR controller. So don't need to click any advert here. Once advert comes, wait for a few minutes, then you close it to view the next advert. As you can see that I'm waiting. Don't click on any advert here. Just wait for the CTR controller to load. Wait for the CTR controller for 2 minutes or 3 minutes before you leave. Don't click on any advert here. Just be closing advert. When you are closing the advert, don't close advert too quickly. Always wait for a few seconds before you close advert. As you can see, I have 1 minute left to leave here. Just 7:16. Now it is time, so I'm going to leave here now. This is 7:17. I'm going to leave here now and start my work. So you click on go back. Now you can see I'm through with my CTR controller. The next thing is to start clicking. Now I move to task AD. You move to task AD after we are through with the CTR controller. Now you can see that this place is showing the country I've connected to. So you can see United Kingdom, London, ISP Vozi. Now the first thing you will do is you can see we have 18 adverts here. 18 adverts. For those of you that are new, you have to click 15 in a day. If you are new, don't click more than 18. If you are 2 weeks above, don't click more than 20 a day. So I'm going to start with ADS1, Advert 1, Advert 2, Advert 3. You can see up to 18. But if you are new, don't click up to 18. Click at least 15. So I'm going to start from Advert 1 now. So I click on Advert 1. On this Advert 1, I can see it wrote show interested adverts. Interested advert is a full screen advert. So here you have to click a full screen. You'll be seeing a full screen advert here. So you can see. Don't click yet. Don't click yet until the timer reaches 0. So you can see the timer. Let me show you the timer. You can see the timer is still 58. So it must reach 0 before you can click. So, and when you are on advert like this, always make sure you close advert few seconds to the time it appears to view the next advert. Don't wait on one advert before the timer reach. Now you can see I want to close this advert now to view more adverts. As you can see, so don't click yet on the timer reach 0. All you have to do before the timer reach 0 is to be viewing more adverts. So you'll be closing anyone you see few seconds to the previous time. Don't close advert too quickly. Now I want to close to view more adverts. I see I have 10. You can see that more new adverts is coming. I have not clicked yet. What I'm doing, I'm waiting for the timer to reach 0 before I click. Even if the timer reach 0, I can still wait. I can still watch more adverts before I click. So that if you do that, you earn more. The more you wait, the more you earn. That is what we call impression. That's what we call page view. The more page view you give, the more impression you give, the more you earn. That means that if what I'm doing now is impression, so you close the advert, you can see that it is time, but I'm not clicking yet. I'm still want to wait. I want to view more advert before I click so that I can earn more. So any advert you see, you wait few seconds and close them to view more adverts. That is how you make more impression and earn faster. So now you can close this. Don't click on any adverts here. What we are doing now is the advert you want to click here is a full screen advert, not a small advert. So let me close this. This is not where you are clicking. This is not where you are clicking. You are clicking on interested. This is interested. I say click one interested advert. As you can see in the heading, it wrote click one and interested advert. So you are not to click that all those small adverts. You have to click a full screen advert or a middle screen advert in this place. You can see that the timer has reached 0 and I have not still click. I'm waiting to view more adverts. Now I'm going to close. You can see I'm waiting so that I'm waiting to get more impressions and page view before I can click. This is what you should be doing to avoid ban and to earn more. If your earning is low, that means you have not been waiting. You are always in hurry. If you are always in hurry, you cannot earn more. And if you are not clicking at all, maybe in a day you fail to click, maybe like 3 days, 1 week you fail to click. After some days, Google will ban you. So always make sure you click every day, and always make sure you do all this advert every day. You do all this impression every day. As you can see, I've not clicked yet. Now I think I've waited enough, so I'm going to click this now. It will take you to the browser we are using, which is in browser, which I've already set as my default browser. So always allow it to load properly before you click, and before you leave here rather. Always allow the site to load. So when you are here, once it has loaded fully, just play with the site. Anytime you see something like this, anytime you see maybe they tell you to accept something, just click on accept. So you play with the advert, you play with the screen, with the site, you play with it. So after playing with it, you can see that the time is 7:23. Before I can click the next advert, I have to wait 5 minutes before I can click the next advert. So that means by 7:28 I'll move to the second advert. So presently I will leave the screen, I will leave here. So before I can click my next advert, I have to wait, I have to come back by 7:28. So now let me pause the video. So I'll off my VPN now and come back by 7:28. So once you have clicked one advert, you come back in the next 5 minutes. But make sure you off your VPN during that time. So let me off my VPN now. So by 7:28 I'll be back before I can click the next advert. Now that I've off my VPN, now as you can see, I'm sorry, this is 7:29. So the 5 minutes the 5 minutes is over. Now the next thing you can do, you can see that my VPN is off. Now before you can move to click the next advert, the first thing you do now is to go to the settings. So you go to settings, you go to apps and notifications, and you clear cache of all the necessary apps we use for this work. So you go to NordVPN, you go to your VPN, go to storage, clear the cache. After you have done that, move to in browser, go to storage, clear the cache as well. After that, the third app you clear the cache for is your is your Admob app. So let me go to my Admob app and clear the cache. So I go to storage, I clear the cache. You can see I've already cleared cache for 3 apps: my Admob app, my VPN, and the in-browser. So after that, after clearing the cache, you go back, you go to Google, then you scroll down, you scroll up, then click on this Google, click on this Google, click on this Google, click on ADS, click on ADS, click on reset advertising ID. So this number will change. So this one will allow Google not to ban you easily. So after I've done this setting, I move to my VPN. To on my VPN so that I can go and click the next advert. So I've used United Kingdom. So I move to United States now. Always change your country per click. If you use United Kingdom for the first click, the second click you can use USA, the third click Germany, the fourth one you can use Canada, Netherlands, Norway. These are the 5 countries. These are the countries you can use to click. Always use these 5 to 6 countries I mentioned randomly. Don't use the same country for the next click. Don't use the same country to click all your adverts in a day. Always change the country. So I want to use United States now. Still connecting. It's connected now. So I move to my app. Sorry, let me go back. No. Now, sorry, that's a mistake. So I move to my app now. After my VPN, I go to, you don't need to come to CTL controller. Go to your task AD. You know that I've done advert 1. Now I'm moving to advert 2. I'm moving to advert 2 now. This one is a banner advert. It's not a full screen advert. It's a banner advert. You wait for it to display. It's due to network. You can see it's pumping now. The timer have to reach 0 before I can click. You can see the timer has not reached 0 yet, so I cannot click yet. This is, I'm creating impression already, automatic impression. Now the timer has reached 0, but you can see that I did not click it. I want to wait more before I click. I want to give more time before I click so that I can earn more. The timer has already reached 0 and it's already negative, but I'm still waiting because I want to view more adverts so that I can get more impressions and get more pay. So you can see I'm giving more time even after the time has reached 0. You can see I want to view more adverts before I click. This is what we call banner advert. The first one we did was interest advert, which is a full screen advert. Now this one is what? This one is banner advert. So now I've given enough time, so I think I can click. So you can see where they wrote click only on below advert. Don't click here. You can see the one up is what you should click. Click only on below advert. You can see where they wrote it. Here they wrote click only on above advert. So I'm clicking here, not here. This is impression. So this is what I'm going to click. The first one advert here is what I will click. So I click it. So you can see the site has already loaded finished. That means by 7:40 is next advert. You can see the time is 7:35 now. That means by 7:40 is when I can click on the next advert, which is advert 3. So I'll just play with the advert. I'll play with the advert. Then I leave. I go off my VPN. I off my VPN. You can see I've already off my VPN. So that means by 7:40. So by 7:40 is when I can click, but I will not do that here because I don't want this video to be long. So this is where I'm going to be stopping. So before I can click on the next advert, I still have to go to the settings. I still have to go to the settings and clear the cache. So I clear the cache for the 3 apps I use. As you can see. So once I'm through with the setting, once I'm through with clearing the cache, don't forget, after you're through with clearing the cache for the apps, move to this place, Google, click on it, click on this ADS, and click on reset advertising ID. So don't forget the rules I've given you in the group. Don't forget the groups I gave you in the group. If you are using one app cannot help you. If you want to avoid being banned easily, if you want to earn more, make sure you get at least 3 apps. Make sure you get at least 3 apps. So that by the time you get this 3 app, the first app you click only 5 adverts. The second app you click 5. The third one you click 5, making 15 total. But if you are clicking 15 from a single app, you may get banned easily. And there are some certain dates you must not click up to 15, or you must not even click at all. From 15th upward, always lower the rate of your clicking. From 15th day of the month, always lower your clicking rate because this is a period Google ban. So make sure, and there are some other rules. Always make sure your location is off. You can see that my location is off. You can see my location is off. Always make sure your location is off. Always make sure you don't use Chrome at all. Don't use Chrome browser for this work. The normal rule is that we should not use the same phone we are using to click to view our Admob balance. But we can use another phone to view our balance, or we can use laptop. But if you don't have a second phone, or if you don't have a laptop to check your balance, then that is when you can use in-browser. Don't use Chrome browser for this work at all. And make sure your Gmail account is logged out of your phone. Only use your Gmail on your in-browser. And make sure you always use different country per click. And make sure you always do the settings before your next advert. Before you click on the next advert, make sure you always off your VPN. Make sure you always do the settings. Clear the cache and go and reset advertising ID. Before you click on each advert, make sure your VPN is on. Make sure you do the settings. There are two settings to do. One is to clear the cache. Two is to reset the advertising ID. And always make sure you have sufficient data. Always make sure you have a good mobile network. Don't use Wi-Fi. Don't use somebody else's Wi-Fi to connect your phone and say you want to use it to click. That's not good. You can see the time is 7:40. So I'll go to my VPN and on it. Now I've used United States, I've used United Kingdom. So the next, let me use Canada this time. So you can see it's connected. Then I move to my group work, move to task AD, allow this place to load to show Canada. You can see it has shown Canada already. So I've done it. I've done this. Now I want to do this. This is what I want to do now. But I'm going to stop the video very soon. So you can see. So this is where I'm going to stop. You can see the advert is loading. So this one I'm going to stop so that the video will not be too long. So don't forget all I've said. Google Admob is real. Google Admob is real. Try and follow the rules. Try and follow all the necessary rules. They have about 10 rules or 15 rules. If you want to know more, you can reach me on WhatsApp 081 72 56 5210. 081 72 56 5210. I am an app developer and I have an Admob group. I train people on how to use Admob. Train people how to use Admob, how to click, and I train people how to do different settings on their phone in order not to get banned. So if you want me to do the service for you, if you want my service, you can reach me on WhatsApp. I repeat the number 081 72 56 5210. 081 72 56 5210. Don't forget, do not close advert too quickly. Always wait few seconds before you close advert. The more you wait, the more you earn. So brethren, that's when I'm going to stop. So I wish you good luck in this Admob business. Shalom.